but I was lost. They couldn't get me to come back. 'Cause my heart give up, my lungs give up, everything give up on me. Anyway, when during this time when I had this accident, when this accident took place, I was walking like like how the sky is. I was elevated off the ground, and I was walking, and all of a sudden a slid. You know, I want to slid. I fall into this ditch, and this ditch that I fall into, it was a dark pit. Something grabbed me in my hands, and they flipped me into a deeper pit. And this deeper pit where I went is where I saw people in hell. They're burning in flames of fire. And I saw people in there, they're screaming, because they're torment in this place of flame, fire, they're burning. And I couldn't recognize anybody that I've seen in hell because they were in fire. They were, fire is all surrounded them. And I'm in the pit with them in hell. But I'm not burning, they're burning. But I can see them, but I can't recognize them. Some of them, they have, like when you barbecue a chicken and when it burnt, you're pulling the scalp off the face, and the smell of these people smells so bad. The entire hell smells bad. And then there's two figure of Satan that I met. One was demon and one was Satan. The Satan told me that here's where I belongs, and I said no, I doesn't belong here. And the demon came and he told me, he said, we need your soul. I said, you cannot have my soul either because I am not going to stay here with you guys. I doesn't belong here. At that point, when I say this back and forth, I'm arguing back and forth with Satan and the devil in hell. The appearance of them is like the face figure. It's like they're horrible looking. Looks like you can't look at their face well, put it that way. Evil, you can see the evil in them. The eyes is like fire. They have horn, like like if you see a cow with the horn, how is this extended at the side, both side of them. That's how they look like, and they're horrible to look at. But I wasn't scared of them, but I'm just there with them, and I'm just, as I said, I'm fighting back and forth with them. I don't want to be in a place like this because it's not a place that you want to be comfortable to be in, you know. After seeing what these people is going through in hell, nobody will want to be in a place like that. I mean, I have not feel any pain like what these people are feeling in there. I just happen to be there to, to with these people, and I'm watching them suffer in this torment, but I have not feel any pain. It's a dark place where I went through. I can see there's other entrance that lead into other area of hell where I went to, because I see there's a lot of places in hell that I saw, but what I really see, that what I can understand, through my mind, what I've seen is these people that I've seen that are in torture, that are in hell, that suffering. But the other people them that I've seen is just I've seen them and they look horrible and they smell bad. I just have to have a glimpse of what they looks like. I couldn't recognize anybody that I seen there because they, as I said, they were burning. All I can see them in flame. But I didn't recognize anybody, and I couldn't even talk to anyone that where I was in hell. All I do, I'm seeing what I see. There was smell of these people that were in hell. The smell in hell is terrible. The smell like it's like it's, as I said, it's like when a chicken is, when you barbecue a chicken and overburnt. But that's how these people are. But the smell of this, it's horrible smell. You can't really stand the way the smell is. It smells terrible. I can't even describe the smell, what it's gonna look like. It smells like, but it smells terrible. The demons that I seen, the first one that I seen was Satan. The second one was a demon by himself. So Satan is the one that was talking to me. Satan was like, it was pretty. He's tall. He's taller than I am. I'll say probably 10 to 12 feet tall. He was pretty tall, and He's telling me that here's where I belongs with them. And I said, no, I doesn't belong here. And then is when I went and saw the other devil, and he is one said, we need your soul. And I said, no, you can't have my soul. So I keep arguing with them back and forth in hell, but they realize that they can't overcome me because I keep fighting, arguing with them. So they couldn't overcome me. There, at that point, after Satan couldn't overcome me, is when that ladder reached down. And I was climbing up this ladder and I was going up into the sky. An angel grabbed me when I going up the second ladder from that pit. It's like a metal ladder. It's like galvanized, like steel or something. When I keep going up this ladder, it's like I'm not reaching where I'm going, but I keep climbing. And as I keep climbing, an angel grabbed me. Or I'm reaching up into the sky. And where I met with an angel that grabbed me and he pulled me up in that ladder. And I was end up in heaven, visit in heaven, visit with angels in a beautiful garden where I saw a bunch of angels. And these angels, they were singing. It's a different feeling. It's a total different atmosphere. A total different feeling of peace, comfort. And the angels, they're pretty tall. They are taller than I am. These angels probably like 2 to 3 times of my length. They're pretty tall angels. And a lot of people describe angel with wings. No. The angels that I've seen, none of them has wings. They are just angels that have long white garments, bright shining garment, that you can't even look at the garment. The garment is so bright and shine like the sun. But you can see them. You can see the angels, and they're beautiful. I mean, they're beautiful, beautiful human beings, spirits, I assume. Very beautiful. God took me to hell based on the prayer of my parents. Because my mom and dad always keep praying for me and my family. They always keep praying that God is going to bring you to Him, in His way. And due to my parents' prayer is what probably took me to hell, so God can show me what hell is all about, and took me into heaven based on the prayer of my parents. God, He never give up on me. When He took me, He grabbed my hands and He said, this is heaven. I was walking, having a view of what this heaven is all about. When I saw these angels over on my left, I saw these bunch of angels who were in a beautiful garden. And in this garden, they were singing. These angels were singing. Beautiful. And I mean, I could never hear anybody sing like this. They sing so beautiful. To see, what these angels really are doing in this garden. And when I went back there to look at these angels, they were all looking at me and they were smiling with me. But it's so beautiful up in heaven. I will advise anybody to do what they have to do to make it into heaven, because heaven is a place that is a different feeling, is a place of a different comfort, and it's just a beautiful atmosphere, beautiful place to be. There's trees you can see up there. There are beautiful trees of different fruits. There's you can see like lakes up there, water fountain and stuff like that. It's very beautiful. It's like if you look back in the story of the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, paradise, well, heaven is a place like paradise, like the Garden of Eden. It was so beautiful. They have all kind of different fruits trees up there. Everything is up there. Very beautiful.